Hello, everyone. Julie is here today. I'm so happy to have Jules here. We have so much fun when we get together. So sometimes we talk so much, we're like, oh, yeah, we got to go live now.
Thanks so much for
Welcome.
having me. It's wonderful to see you and to be here with you and everybody and your channel and have a beautiful bright spring day.
Isn't it, though? We've got Barbara's in the house. We've got Barbara Bergman. Hello, hello. Oops, I'm trying to show it. There we go. I think I had it caught up. Hello, Barbara. And hello, Barbara Love. Thank you for being here today. Please do all the YouTube things. So while we're waiting for people to get here and join us, if they're going to, I don't know. It's a pretty nice day out here. It's sunny here. What's it doing at your house, Jules? On Resilience Ridge, what's the weather like?
The weather is wonderful. It's very bright and sunny, but it's not hot.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect
Oh,
weekend
yeah.
leading into the temperatures going down next week. So we're going to make sure we get the rest of our planting in for flowers and whatnot. And
Oh.
um and just kind of gear up and face the fact that it's going to get hot here soon. But
Oh, you're ahead of me. I haven't even started weeding yet. I've got a bunch of seed packets on the table. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. Sue Toffee's joined us. Nice to see you. But I
Hi,
have a bunch of
Sue.
seeds to plant, but I need to weed first, and it's not my favorite thing. I've started a little bit, but I have a lot of weeding to do.
I'm really fortunate. My daughter's BF is a yard man, and we have
Oh,
land
lucky.
around the place, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's part of the family little compound we have here. And so he's already been mowing down the weeds and picking weeds
Oh,
and doing
nice.
we've done a lot of work in the past year
Yeah.
to really get
Oh, I
things looking
love
good.
that.
And gathered
Yeah.
up all
Hi,
my mom's
Linda.
roses and put them out there. So all the roses are going to be in one place, right up next to the
Oh,
house, so the deer can't eat them. Ha ha.
oh, because they do like to eat them. Yes, they
Yes.
do. Yes, they do. Linda has joined us. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. What color
Hello.
roses do you have?
Well, we have a variety. We have
Yeah?
some wild roses
Oh,
uh, that are local here. So I went
mhm.
and clipped them and then started them. And so we have some of those. And I'm not really sure what all of the flowers are. The roses, most of them, they were my mother's. And so she's been gone
Oh,
since 2008, and we've just
yeah.
been keeping them alive. Those roses
Yes.
just keep going. It's pretty. Oops, I
Oh,
shook my
I love
table.
that. We used to have like 13 different variety of roses in our front garden, but we have one in the back, but we had a really hard winter some years back that just wiped them all out. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you.
Hi,
Hey, just
Debbie.
stopping by while chasing grandson. That sounds like Debbie's life, doesn't it?
Sounds
We
like fun
spent
to me.
It does. It does. It does. So we switched over to native plants a number of years ago, which I
Uh,
really like. Oh, Barbara Hartlove says the gophers got her roses. Dang it.
oh,
Ah, I
yeah.
have
My
to put
mom.
chicken wire around my pots. I call it gardening with squirrels. So I put chicken wire around all the pots that I plant in. And I
Oh,
fashioned some dollar store little baskets and cut the bottoms out. And then I took a stick and screwed it to it so that I can stick them in my other pots and it protects them so the squirrels don't get
yeah, my mom called it like guerrilla gardening because she put them
it.
all in the ground inside of the pots and make baskets and stuff. So we have all
Oh,
of the
yeah.
roses are in, the big terracotta pots.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to go. Well, what I was hoping we could talk about a little bit today was this thought that keeps going. My ear is ringing. This thought that keeps
Ooh.
going through. Yeah, okay, I'm listening. The thought that keeps going through, I was sharing with my husband earlier, and I was talking with Jules about it behind the scenes. is I if I could share something with anyone, it would be that I'm starring that Sue. And I know that you all know this, but I wish I could share it with everyone is just beginning their spiritual path. That we are not here to become something else. We're not here to become more angelic or more this or more that or more avatars or more ascended mastery. We're here to be human beings, and it's a gift to be on this beautiful planet. And I think that each of us, this is for entertainment purposes only. I, for example, chose to come in Native American and Irish. I chose familiar lines, genealogy, lineage that would provide me opportunities to break barriers, to overcome bad habits, to break patterns that were not healthy. I would have the opportunity in this walk to confront those and break them if I so chose by good will and actions. So I would just be given these opportunities. It was up to me whether I what I did with them. And before I was in body, I was one with Great Spirit. And after I lay my robe down and I walk on, I will once again be part of spirit. So, but while I'm here, I want to do the best job I possibly can by seeing Great Spirit, seeing Creator, seeing what are other names for it, our God, Goddess, all that is. What are the other ones? First cause, source, in as many situations as I can. That's how I honor it. So, one of the things that I greatly admire about Jules is that she, for many years, was a social worker and she helped people less fortunate than her. And she spoke on behalf of people who probably couldn't speak well for themselves. And I was wondering how that affected your spirituality. If do you think now looking back, do you think you were drawn to that for spiritual reasons? And if so, could you share with us what's your view on that now?
I love the way you asked that question because it draws me back to the time before I was a social worker
Okay.
and how that all came to pass. And
Yeah,
I
I'd love to hear
because I majored in music. I just wanted to sing.
that.
Just throw me out on a stage with my mouth open. What do you want me
Yeah.
to do? Okay, great. Woohoo. And did a
Yay.
bunch of different things and not to be famous, it's just I was born with, I was a birdie on a branch. That's all I did was sing all the time. And
Oh,
just a
wow.
compulsive little singing since I was a little kid,
Oh, I
and
love that.
studied voice and did the whole thing
Yeah.
and so when I was in college though, I was taking Native American studies, or they
Uh-huh.
called it American Indian studies. And this was back in the day where it was just getting put together in the 80s, right? And
Okay.
it was American Indian movement and some of the
Yeah.
heavy hitters from the
Yeah.
Amsters and
Peltier
those
and
guys.
yeah.
Man, the guys that were on Pine Ridge came to my class.
Woo.
When I took
Woo.
American Indians and US law, oh, you're not joking. They were really
Yeah.
talking about what really happened, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we knew something was up if we didn't know the whole truth, as time
Mhm.
reveals things. So, and I took women's studies. I had a class with Angela Davis, actually.
Oh my goodness. Concurrently, you were doing this? Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And
That's
so this
amazing.
was in the 80s, and of course she
Mhm.
was super duper scary. And everybody worked really hard in that class, let me tell you, because
Yeah.
she was talking the truth. So I
Yeah.
went to a lot of classes that were talking the truth while I was busy being a goofball, doing music. And so when I
Wow.
landed out, I came out to the valley after I graduated,
Mhm.
which was a miracle in itself. Because I was so right-brained, I couldn't do math, and I had to actually to go to the dean of the school and prove that, I couldn't do math. Yes, have to let me out of here because I had a gazillion units. And so the point being is that I had no interest in being a social worker at all.
Okay.
But I got up into the hills where I was, and I had my kids and whatnot, and that, I was on social services myself.
Okay.
And so that's how I did it. So I was the no money at the end of the month in a little cabin, no joke, you guys, was a chicken coop. And the
Okay.
little yard around my little cabin was grapevines. And so we just put a little gates on it so I could keep the kids in, and I was a single mom. And and there were many other things that happened where I was in the class of those that were uh in the poverty zone,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so by the time and I already had a degree, it didn't matter. When you've got kids, that's it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then and then having kids that are you know, gifted and don't learn the same way. And I think my son was speaking light language. He wasn't just tongue-tied. He was speaking light language. And I just asked him about it recently. And
Yeah. What'd he say?
he said, "Well, Mom, since I remember everything that's ever happened since I was little, I bet to guess you I was light language."
Wow.
Because I could understand him. We had telepathy like crazy. So I had a little guy that other people would say was developmentally delayed, but we knew what we were talking about.
Mhm.
And he was always spiritually advanced. And to this day, I'm like, hello, face the fact, kiddo, you've got the juju. But so I ended up in social work after working at the fire department for a year and a half on CalWorks, the work program.
Okay.
And I took the test, passed it for social work, and just they threw me in. And that's how I got my perspective on being a social worker, is that I was like karma walking by me every day. This woman she's telling the truth. She's been abused. She has no money. Her family isn't helping her. How are we going to make the best for her? And how are we going to help her keep her kids? Or if I was doing in-home supportive services, these people, need help. And so I made my job about me using um whatever gifts I had as applying it to service to the community. And there's always people, all the hype about everybody being out to get the government and get an extra buck and having more kids to abuse the system. Yeah, that stuff happens, but that's not the truth of it. The truth of it is
Right.
that most people really are hungry. Most people really have been left in the cold without a blanket.
Yeah.
So and then we live in a really big Native community up here. And so I dedicated myself, and there was a couple other of us, ladies that were Native or had Native husbands, or
Mhm.
were uh, they weren't even using the words allies. You didn't speak of it much. It was a very hush hush kind of a thing. And so we just did our job helping take care of people, no matter who they are, no matter where they're from, no matter what their circumstance, no matter what their house looked like, or no matter whether they could get things taken care of. And so we just got in there and did that, and did our best to
Yeah.
support people and make sure that they had the benefits within the parameters, because
Right.
social workers are in this little lane.
Mhm.
You have what the laws are and what the law tells you could do. And so these programs are very limited.
Mhm.
As we see, the fights are heavy in these regards. And so we just said, you know what? We're just going to give people what we can based on what we know, what they tell us, and uh, and put our best foot forward. And that's how I always took the social work. Was I love the job, meeting people. So you're out in people's houses all the time.
How
And
long did you do that job?
about 20 years.
How long have you been away from it? How long have you been retired?
In October, it'll be 5 years.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I might
that's
try to recover
wonderful.
by then.
My mom was a social worker. My mom was Native American, and she was a social worker.
Oh,
She
wow.
she got her degree at Skagit, and she
Is
ended up burning out from it because she was ended up removing the same children for entertainment purposes only from the same homes.
Yeah.
And after a time, it wore her down, and so then she became a police officer, full
Wow.
time. So I always I wonder about that because we say things like you can't pour from an empty cup and you have to refuel, and it's absolutely
Yeah.
true. It's absolutely true, and you don't mention it, but I'm sure there were challenges helping on native land. Native land is usually, having come from a reservation, we're not usually very friendly to outsiders. We're not usually very open with information to outsiders, but women the world over need the same help. It's the same story, ending up being, raising your children alone, and needing help, raising them, clothing them, feeding them, and yourself, and trying to better your circumstances. And it takes sometimes great effort, but it takes support too. It takes a certain amount of energy to say, I'm going to make things different. I cleaned houses when my son was growing up,
Mm,
and I lived on the reservation and I cleaned houses from about 20 miles out. I had a number of homes that I did for almost 18 years. And
wow.
so I got to watch their kids grow up, but I did it so that I could be at home when my son was home because I wanted to be the one raising him. And I was very protective. I wanted to know who he was with and who he was around. So I was pretty strict about that because I wanted to make sure that he was safe. And so, we didn't live fancy by any means, but but um, but it served the needs as I saw them, and I didn't apply for any help, although I'm sure we qualified. I'm sure we qualified, but
Well,
but
nobody wants to have anybody that's in the system anywhere near their home, and all respect to your mother for her service. I didn't
thank
always
you.
work in child welfare. I worked in home supportive services
Uh,
and adult protective services, working with
okay.
the elder and disabled community, which I
Uh,
loved that job.
yeah, I
Oh,
bet.
and then
I bet
also I worked in a hospital setting. So I did
you did a
um
lot. You did quite
I
a
got the
lot.
whole gambit of it. It was
You
crazy.
did.
But I
Well,
learned
wow.
so much. And I
I
never
bet you
finished my
did.
master's. I never finished my master's. I had what? I just had my paper to do. I did everything else. So I have 62 units of an MSW, but I never finished it. So I am blessed beyond measure to not have had that responsibility. I would have loved to have the money, but for me, it wasn't about the money anyway. So,
Yeah.
it has a balance to it. But,
What an
you know,
amazing viewpoint you would have. Because one of the things I learned being a house cleaner for all those years was some of my clients were wealthy, and some of my clients, I mean, they had to be somewhat middle class in order to afford me. But
mhm.
some of my clients,
Ching ching.
I didn't raise my prices, so they raised my pay
Oh,
because they were like, you should be raising your rates. So they just insisted and paid me more.
I love
And
that.
but it taught me a lot about, I mean, growing up, I lived with some different families. So what that does is, I lived with a number of different families, but it gives you you don't get a lot of roots that way, but you do get to see a lot of how people are different, how people are the same the world over, and
Hmm.
how people are different. And I think when we join a spiritual community, I think it's so important that we remain our authentic selves. And as we acclimate to more spiritual gifts as they come in, that we keep being our authentic selves, because that's what's going to bring the next inner child part that needs healed. That's the part that's going to, like, oh, I know you. Thank you for carrying that burden or that pain. Let me have it. I can take care of it, and
Hmm.
welcome home to my heart. Because I think behind those injured
I love
parts
that.
are our gifts, you
Hmm.
know? Hi, Wisdom Lightkeeper and Tom. Tom came in. Hi,
Yeah.
Sarah. Hello, hello. I was just enjoying listening but I saw you coming in. I'm glad you're here. Please do YouTubey things. Um,
Okay.
we're going to be pulling today for on cards from a deck that we both have because Jules has all the decks. And
No, there's
I
so
just got
many.
this deck. I just got this deck. And I'm excited to share it with all of you because I think of stones and crystals, and I know you love them too. I think of them as frequencies from the star nations. They can help us ground, they can help us attune ourselves and lighten up in a lot of ways. They can help us see and appreciate beauty. Um, I thought might be fun if anyone would like a reading from our Crystal Spirits Oracle deck, please put in hashtag crystal, and then I will be able to find it. So sorry if that was a bit abrupt of a change of subject. I
No, you know what? I think it's
yeah,
fantastic because I think
yeah.
that's what it's been. My healing is my studying throughout before I became a social worker, and then after, as it's been the thread through everything
Oh,
that I studied, that I got
yeah,
into the cards, that I took lots of classes and did a lot of different things, and so it's been made the hugest difference to be able to approach everyone and most, well, at least most situations, the best that I can, with a realism that we're all here. We're all at different phases and changes, and different things are going on, and that, have a respect for everybody. Because
mhm,
I always appreciated when I had stuff going on, the people that helped lift me up. And so I think that
yeah,
that builds community, and it
it
builds your
does.
resilience. And I love that stuff. Building resilience. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, resilience it is. It lets us keep blooming even though we go through stages of fallowness. It does. Resilience is a beautiful thing. As a Native
Yeah.
American, I know a little bit about resilience.
Yes,
Kelly
absolutely.
Bach.
Kelly
Kelly,
Bach.
hello. Oh, I hope it's going well for you today. I saw her post yesterday where they were about an hour behind. She's asking, is Jules on this channel too? I cannot find it to like it.
Oh,
Jules is right here.
I should be, but
Yeah,
I mean, I can
I wrote
see
it.
the chat and it's different. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Is this on Jules' channel too? Yeah, yeah. Yep. Judith, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm starring the people who put in hashtag Crystal. And Kelly's giving hugs to everybody, which I love.
Woohoo.
We we have 6 starred right now. And
Nice.
I'm new to this, so I'm going to switch over to my starred menu over here real quick so that we can get started, and then I'll look back and we'll do
Oh,
as many as we can as time allows. So let's start by pulling for Barbara. Barbara Berkman, who loves stones and crystals. She sent me a picture. Oh my goodness, she got this one that's like a blueberry crystal. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's
ooh.
a picture of a little tower. It's beautiful. Really
Oh,
beautiful. Blue stones are really helping me find my voice and helping me speak clearly. I appreciate that. So I'm going to draw one card for Barbara. And you please feel free to go ahead, Jules.
okay. All right, Barbara. Oh, well, we have a theme, a blue lace agate.
Oh, wow. There's a face in that.
Ooh, Colette likes to
Whoa.
do that. That's the spirit within the,
Wow.
spirit within the stone, the spirit within everything that you're doing, right? So she's added a lot of faces to things. I love that. Okay,
Oh,
wait.
wow.
We're both pretty new to the deck, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. Hope
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
looking it
mind.
up. I'm looking up the one I got. I got a really good one for you, but I'm going to wait till she reads hers. What
Oh,
was
you're
that one
too
called
kind.
again?
Blue lace agate.
Blue lace agate. I don't have any of that. Not yet, anyway. It's gorgeous. Blue, I would think, resonates with the sky, resonates with the throat chakra.
Oh, it's so cool. I love the way she does this. Okay, the essential meaning of this card is
Yeah.
peaceful acceptance, stress-free non-attachment, freedom from unnecessary dramas. And I think that this card is so apropos right now,
Yeah.
to keep let all the wacky doodle stuff, fly by and stay focused on yourself and what's true for you. What does your heart and soul have to say? Because we got a little bit of that green heart going on in here. And I
Yeah.
think that what a beautiful geode. It looks like it's got druzy. It's like a druzy on the inside.
It
It's
is.
dreamy and druzy. And it's I think it might have something to say about speaking with peace and love and staying calm. You're not too old, you're not too late, you're not too stuck to do anything. Why hold on to the past? Because it causes you stress and anxiety. Um, Impermanence is the nature of everything. We always try to hold on so tight,
We do. That
right?
never works out.
No, it's poof, there you are flying. And the
Yeah.
conscious universe has so many ideas for how to help you be fulfilled, balanced, and joyful. And everything is ruled by divine order. And
Mhm.
so I think that
Yeah.
this card is absolutely beautiful. You can connect with the ally, be an allyship with the blue lace agate and the spirit of peaceful acceptance. You'll remember that change can be a very good thing and open yourself to new possibilities for transformation. And so it's not being indifferent, there's a certain detachment that
Yeah. She
frees
says she's
you.
been working on that.
I
I
love
love that.
that.
Yeah. Hi,
Woohoo.
Kelly. Look
Hi,
who's
Kelly.
here. Woohoo. I
See, you
love
can't make
that.
this stuff up.
I know, right? Well, what I got for you, it disappeared. But what I got for you, Barbara, was this one of my favorites, Dalmatian stone. I
Oof.
have some of this, and every time I hold it, it makes me laugh. Such a happy stone. And its essential meaning is playfulness, childlike joy, and enthusiasm for life, absurdity, humor, and laughter. Now is a good moment to crack a joke or break the tension and remind yourself that alongside trouble and hardship dances a spirit of playfulness. This is not the time for trudging or marching, but for skipping, sing a song, make a goofy face, and recognize that the conscious universe throws you off course at times to remind you that surprises can be gifts from the invisible realms. Dalmatian stone calls on us to lighten up and play with possibilities. Because sometime we're going to look back on this time on earth and go, oh, let me tell you. Oh, let me tell you. I learned about this particular lesson when I went to Jupiter and I thought I had it down. I aced everything and then I went to Earth. And it all went
Showstopper.
sideways for a while. I think we're all of us together when we review our walks, we're gonna have some funny stories to tell. It's intense here. It's awesome. I'm so glad you're here. So thank you for letting us read for you. Let's see. Sue Toffee. She asks, "Will Cookie Lee, Cat, and I be okay in new home, a new housemate? Her name is C." That we're reading on crystals today, but let's find out. Let's find out what we can here.
Let's see what the crystals have to send your
Yeah,
way about this. Because I
yeah,
think, the crystals, the energies are always
yep.
there. Oh, look,
What'd you get?
the
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian, Dalmatian
Woohoo!
Nation. So that's really great. A certain lightheartedness added to the mix of things, and a certain joyful playfulness about what's going on. Let's see. if there's something else in there that
Okay.
we might be able to add to will you be okay in the new home. I'm thinking that this is a yes. If there's
Yeah.
joyfulness
Yeah.
and playfulness, then that means that it's a yes. And let's see,
I got a really good one.
68. I bet you do. I
Wow.
don't think there's a bad one, but
Well, that's true. That's true.
oh, I think that you're going to be able to build some joyful memories and that are going to bind you to things and people and places you love. And our time is short here on this earth. I think that if we approach it with this playful attitude, because I've been super serious for too long. It's time to me do for me to do more goofing around and to look at some of these
Yeah.
situations in life with a little more play and fun. So I think Cookie Lee, what a great name. That you two are going to have a good time and your kitty's going to have a good time too. We can always improve, but I think that if we can laugh at ourselves, it makes a huge difference. So
It does.
play, have more fun.
I got turquoise,
Ooh.
which is essential meaning is storytelling, reframing, a different way of perceiving. Each of us can experience the same event differently because all of us are coming from different vantage points. Know too that as you change, as will your perspective and the message. And under the prosperity message for turquoise, I find we have many stories about our relationship to money, but too many are old tales that we didn't even write. We only inherited them. Turquoise spirit has to remind you that you are supported in writing a very different story of prosperity. You can leave the old one behind if it no longer helps you to experience the affluence you want for yourself. Now is the time to begin the new storytelling. Consider all that you have learned. Give yourself credit for the wisdom you have acquired and begin replacing any stories of scarcity. Turquoise teaches the beauty of wholeness. It assists us in honoring and bringing together all the pieces of ourselves in order to see the magnificence and the unique collage that we are. Meditation with this stone allows us to honor the whole of our being, even when others do not. Because oftentimes we will find ourselves in positions that we're like, what? How did I get here? What happened? And we want to place blame and whose fault is it sometimes? Sometimes we're teaching a lesson. This is what perseverance looks like. This is what resilience looks like. This is what my beautiful spirit looks like in all kinds of different circumstances. I'm still just as holy today as I was last Tuesday. I'm still just as holy whether I look all beautiful or I look like a mess. And I think sometimes that's the lesson we teach. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you, Sue, for letting us read for you. Next up, we have Lynn. Yay. Hi, Lynn.
Lynn, so glad you're here. Glad we
Yeah.
get to do this. This is something that while I was so busy working that I would have loved to just been able to do. Oh
Oh,
my
no
gosh, it would
kidding.
have been so much fun just to be able to play and help people and
Just
hopefully,
encourage. Yeah.
oh, I do not know anything about spessartine, a spessartine garnet, but I do love the
Ooh.
garnets. Isn't that pretty?
And there's a face in that one too. Wow.
Ooh,
Wow, wow, wow.
she's in there.
Oh, mine has two faces. Whoa. This is fun. I like this.
I love these
Dun,
decks.
dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Ah, charm and charisma, shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. So I think Garnet is Garnet not Capricorn season, I think.
I don't know.
Um, let's see. Oh, I like this. Every one of us is a being of light. meant to shine and sparkle. Your light draws others to you, for we all seek the light. The message of Spessartine Garnet Spirit is to embrace your natural charm and magnetism. Do you think you're not all that special? Well, if so, that is only because you haven't discovered your natural charisma and expressed it. So just get on with your bad self. Get sparkly and charming and fabulous. I don't know, you might want to dress up or something, just do something fun. You can attract people to you just emanating that light that you have that's your own special vibe. Oh, you're a Libra? Well, welcome to the Libra Club.
Ah,
Libra,
us too.
hello.
What
There's
color
something
is that stone?
sparkly.
That looks kind
Wait,
of
hang on.
orange.
It's like a deeper orange kind of a different
Yeah.
color of garnet.
Well,
Normally it's
yeah, it
that
is.
deep
It
kind of
is. That
burgundy
surprised me. Wow. I asked that because the one I
merlot.
got for her is orange. Yeah. I
Oh,
thought that was
that's been my
interesting.
theme. That was my theme for
Really?
meditation today was the orange, the sunstone and carnelian.
Oh,
So
really?
harnessing your energy too. That's
Ding,
some
ding,
bright
ding.
energy.
I got orange calcite. I love orange calcite. I absolutely love it. I have some outside of our home, actually. You are an artist in your own life, and your canvas is before you. What will you make with the time and money available to you? Today, your power to think outside the box and put old patterns behind you is very strong. For orange calcite spirit magnifies your creative abilities. Imagine how you might think differently about affluence or how you might interact with your finances in new ways that are more beneficial to you. Do you need to learn to delegate work to others or pay someone else to do tasks that keep you from your true calling? Orange Calcite Spirit says that now is the time to be creative in how you translate all that is given to you into a life of meaning and purpose. Spend differently and reconsider how you use your time. Your creative approach to developing prosperity will serve you now. It's a firestone that fuels the second and third chakras. Unlike many firestones, it has gently stimulating rather than overwhelming energy, which I appreciate. I like watching comedy. I like watching shows about design. I like things that inspire me to work with what I have. If I need something new, I like to okay, is there anything I have that I can turn into the thing I need? And I often ask my husband, okay, this is what I need. How are we going to make it? And it's fun. So I hope that was helpful to you, Lynn.
Yeah, shine your light. You can draw so many
Yeah.
things to you by just
Yeah.
keeping the flow and shining that bright light of yours. I
Yeah.
love it.
And next up, we have the beautiful and wonderful Linda, who wants to be a mermaid most of the year. She'll be doing readings from her pool before you know it. As soon as it
What?
warms up,
Readings
she
from
d-
the pool?
she does the readings from her pool.
No way. I'm
She,
stoked. I'm gonna have to see
she
that.
does. Yeah, she
That's
does.
I love that. The
Lynn's
mermaid
got
readings.
style.
Do
Yep.
you have all the mermaid cards? Don't make me jealous.
Cool
Ooh,
beans, Linda.
we have the magical, the mystical, Lemurian,
Ooh.
excuse me, quartz. That's fantastic. Ooh, and look at it's they all have keys in them to unlocking the secrets of the universe, no doubt.
I
Well,
see that
there's a
key.
yeah, there's
Oh yeah, I
a
see that.
face in there too. Say hello, I am the
Wow.
spirit of the Lemurian quartz.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right. Ooh, okay. This is about vision,
Hmm.
unlocking the big picture thinking and the secrets of infinite possibility. Ooh,
Hmm.
I love that idea right there. Well,
Yeah.
if you're dipping into the deep depths of the waters, I wouldn't be surprised that you wouldn't find a key to the secrets of infinite possibility. Your ability to imagine something bigger and better and draw in what you need in order to heal, feel a sense of well being, and step into your power as a co creator is greater than you might imagine. The message of Lemurian quartz spirit is that now is a time to free yourself and to dream big. Oh, what do you see for yourself? How do you picture things? Time to, maybe write, journal a little bit about that. Get yourself into it. Um, Wonderful. There's a lot of information here about this card. You can look these up online, anybody. You could just type in uh Lemurian quartz number 31, and it will pull up a definition for you if you want to get into it further. And also all that Colette Baron Reed writes about it, because she takes a lot of time to do this. um so, with all the ups and downs of life and times where you may have had enough is enough, it carries a soft, sweet energy, and it can help you navigate some of the difficulties of life so that you can stay in that space or return to it whenever you need to, because you have the key.
Yeah.
Keep track of your keys. I
Yeah.
think you can unlock a few mysteries.
That's cool. I like that. I got Moonstone for you, Linda, and
Ooh,
there's a face in there. I love that. Is that your favorite? It says the essential meaning is intuition, insight, inner wisdom, and inner voice. And you hear this super well. Like, I remember listening to Linda, and she was sharing that butterflies, her mom comes and visits her. That's why she named her channel Butterfly Readings, because
oh,
butterflies come, blue butterflies, I think, come and visit her often. And your message from Moonstone Spirit is to tune in and listen to your intuition. It will speak to you through an inner voice, an inner vision, an inner sensation that feels real because it is. It has many ways of communicating to you. Now is the time to pull back the veil between the visible and invisible worlds. Trust that the hidden reality matters, and know that your intuition comes from the conscious universe, which possesses wisdom, knowledge, and understanding far beyond your own. And she shares that freely on her channel when she does readings. So I think it's like a great big I love you from the universe. So, so thank you, Linda. Thank you for what you do and what you share. And thank you for letting us read for you. And
oh man,
Lotus.
that's so great.
Yeah, Lotus is up. And then I'll switch back over to the live feed and see what else is going on. These are hard to shuffle. I asked my husband if he wouldn't mind just shuffling some of my cards for me to break them in, and he doesn't know how to shuffle. Dang
You
it.
just, you could do this, or,
Yeah,
sometimes, I think
yeah,
that Colette likes to say, look, let's just take the mystery out of it. Just fool around with your cards a little bit, lay them on the table, whatever you need to do, just pick one because you can't go wrong. You're going to get a
yeah,
good message. Just
yeah.
let it roll. Okay.
For years, I just used my medicine cards, and those are nicely broken in. I can shuffle those quite easily. These is gonna take some time. Well, what'd you get?
Lotus of Serendipity, we have for
Oh,
you the moo kite, Jasper.
that's gorgeous. I've never
It's
seen Mookai.
so pretty. I
Wow.
love that. Well, let's find that and get to the meaning of
Yeah.
this mysterious looking creature.
Mookai Jasper.
All right.
Mookai Jasper.
Interesting. The essential meaning here is risk, adventure, new
Huh.
experiences, explore unknown territory, claiming personal power. I find myself being drawn in this to Arizona, New Mexico, these areas
Mm.
where you have the towers and the red rocks and
Yeah.
these kind of places. For some reason, that's where my mind goes to. Let's see what it has to say. The seemingly safe road is not the one to take right now, for your soul is on a path of healing and wants you to experience fulfillment and joy. Mookite Jasper Spirit is here to tell you that life is meant to be lived. Girlfriend,
Mm.
so
Life
be
is meant to be
adventurous now.
lived.
Do not hold back to protect yourself from getting hurt, for this crystal has appeared to encourage you to take a leap, take a risk, and draw confidence from knowing that you have the conscious universe as your ally. Ooh, let
Hmm.
go of your worries and your old beliefs and the dragons that await you if you dare to step out into the unknown. Oh, I love this. Go ahead, be bold and venture forth. And that could be in any area that's calling to you.
Yeah.
What is it like? It's like almost like a bucket listy or something. Do something that's meaningful so that you can say that you've banished a major fear in your life so that you can get through it and you can get into trusting yourself and that know that you've learned so much because these are the things that no one can take away from us, the things where we've been bold, we've boldly gone where no lotus has gone before, and just do something that
Yeah.
makes you feel like, you know what,
I'm
I did
alive.
it. Woo, no
Yeah.
one can take that stuff from you. That's character
Yeah.
building. That's your
Yeah.
resilience right there.
It is.
Love it.
Well, hon, I got orange sapphire for you, Lotus. Isn't that gorgeous? Orange sapphire. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Its essential meaning is joy and sensuality, respecting your body, body love. Just as healing
Oh,
crystals are of the earth yet separate from it, we are part of Gaia. And the same water, minerals, and crystals are found within us as well as within the earth. Sometimes we can feel completely in our heads and out of touch with our bodies, but orange sapphire is here to remind us that our bodies will serve us throughout our lifetimes. So treat yours lovingly. Nourish it with good foods from the earth and water that will replenish you. Wonder at your body's beauty and strength. Marvel at its ability to keep your heart beating and your lungs inhaling and exhaling without your conscious effort. Regardless of the flaws you think your body has, now is a time to pay attention to it and tend to it with love. I love that. Be fully present in your body today and observe what you experience and what your body has to tell you. Care for it and express gratitude for it is through your body's senses that you can experience pleasure. I believe that. I've always thought, it kind of grinds my gears when people complain about being on Earth. It kind of pisses me off a little bit because I think being on Earth is a privilege. I think it is fantastic to have wrinkles. I love the silver in my hair. I love that my goofy neck looks like my head's retractable. I think it's a
turtle.
pleasure and eternal medicine. I think it's a privilege to be on earth at this time, especially now when the earth is going through this tremendous change. I think only badass spirits come to earth at a time like this. All of us. I think it's a privilege to be here, and I don't know, I just really appreciate your body. If like me, you've had health scares. I had a really, really, a really big health scare in 2020, and it makes me not take my body for granted. So, like when I'm going to go to the dentist or I'm going to get a shot, I will say, buddy, today they're going to do things and they're going to take a tooth out or do something to your teeth, or you're going to get a shot today. Thank you, and I love you. And no, I'm not as skinny as I want to be, but so what? So what? I can eat healthy food and I probably won't do any sit-ups, but I'll walk. So appreciate whatever stage of life you're in, appreciate it because the alternative is not being here. So, thank you for letting us read for you, and I'll get off my
Thank you.
soapbox now. Thank you
Nice
for letting us.
soapbox. Nice. So, and yes, I agree, Amber, Gloria.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, Amber. Exactly. Yes. Oops, I was
Uh,
trying to show what she said. Oh, you're
blessings.
you're so welcome. Oh, it was fun. Yeah. Okay, now I'm back to the other one so I can see
Okay, woo.
so I can see where I'm at. Dun, 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 dun. Jen has been, hi Jen. Jen is here. That's fantastic. Jen, Kelly. Can you see the comments too, hon?
I can see
Judith.
comments.
Okay, okay.
Let's see. Can I go scroll through them? Oh yeah. Okay. So hey guys, this is my first live streaming.
Yes, she's
Happy
doing so
birthday to my
good.
live stream. Woo! It like
Yay!
took us months because we had the wrong emails. Terry and I were
Yeah,
trying to get it set up so I could go venture on my own, but oh, it was ridiculous. It is
it
what,
was an adventure. You
it
didn't want to
is.
do it just the plain old boring way. You did it the really interesting
Yeah, I
way.
thought it was all me, but we were both goofing around, apparently.
Yeah. And it is a learning curve. It really, really is. And I'm still, I've been on YouTube 3 years and I'm still
Mhm.
learning stuff and there's still stuff I don't know. Like Diane G showed me how to use the spinning wheel of pick a name. So if you ever need to know, I have it written down. So
Woohoo!
if you ever need to know,
I
I
don't
can help you
know.
with that. Oh, Barbara has that one too. I'm sure she has a lot of stones. Yeah. Oh, good. Barbara's been laughing at herself more. Awesome. Me too. I think it happens when you get older. It's just, oh, here we have a new Crystal, someone to read for. Let's read for Kelly. Kelly
Oh
Bach.
yeah. Whoop
Let's
whoop.
read for
Let's do it,
Kelly.
girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got about 8 minutes. We can do this.
We got this, girl.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oralite. The
Ooh.
spirit of
Oh, look at
Oralite
the
is
face. Oh, that's so
exceptionally
cool.
mystical. That girl's
Yeah.
got her third eye is cooking. Okay, let me figure it out.
Okay. Ooh, I got a really cool one too. Dun dun dun
Don't make me
dun.
jealous.
I might.
Okay, this is about being mindful, meditation on the present. And I
Okay.
actually think that Miss Kelly finds herself meditating and staying present and moving through the moments. To be mindful is to be aware of the now rather than distracted by the past or future or any other of the oughts or shoulds and might haves. Your quest for healing requires discovering what you are truly thinking and feeling when you are not distracted by yourself or distracting yourself. I'm always distracted by myself. What the heck? Get out of your head. I mean, me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Oralite spirit calls you to be mindful of your needs right now. For this may be a time to let the tears flow or laughter arise, to recognize something so subtle that you previously may have missed, or to understand that you are so much more than what you accomplish or what you produce. Be here in this moment, fully present and accepting of what is. Make the time to mediate today. No, you know what? Meditate. Mediate while you're meditating. And I can read, I promise. Um, Simply observe what you know and feel without starting to talk yourself out of it or into something else. No matter how hard this moment may seem, simply by observing, you will change it. I love
Oh,
that.
I love
It
that.
gives us a point of a spiritual detachment. I think Terry says something a lot, it's the what does she say? Doggone it, it went straight out of my mind. That we're witnessing with awareness.
Yes, witnessing awareness is everything. Yeah,
Right. And
I
so,
love that. Oh, hey, Paul.
I love
Paul
that.
says
Staying in the
Annie and
present. Go
Jules
ahead.
look like they could be sisters. Wow. Hey, that's cool. I love that.
Sisters from other mothers and misters.
That- That's right. That's right.
Oh, but here's
But
the other part of the message. Oh,
Kelly
go
says
ahead.
I'm still working on that, but have gotten better at it. Just being is enough. I do not need to do anything. That's beautiful. Hey, M. Wells. Well, what I got for you today was, were you done, hon?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, what I got for you, Kelly, was a lapis lazuli, and look at the cool face in there. Isn't that gorgeous?
Ooh.
I love that. And when I think of Kelly Bach, I think of how she is going through treatment with such grace. I never hear her complain about a thing. Some people would. Some people would complain for everybody that would listen. But instead, what I see her doing is making dog treats and making biscuits and making recipes and growing tomatoes and sharing those with all of us. I find you very inspiring, Kelly. I find you a bright light, and you're extraordinary. And lapis lazuli, the essential meaning is spiritual truth, enlightenment, meditation, unity consciousness, and inner vision. And the part that I really liked about this was all of us arose from the same liquid soup of potential when the earth began to take form. And you, like everyone, are made of the stuff of stars. You are intermingled within the creation of all of life. And lapis lazuli spirit is here to remind you that you are never alone. And you don't have to figure out this life stuff by yourself. Lapis lazuli spirit can help you through relationships with others and through tapping into the universe for higher wisdom and insights about those experiences. Sometimes it takes being around people with a different perspective to start to better understand yourself and what you most deeply value. Is someone in your life today gifting you with a new perspective and insights that can help you on your healing path? Look around, for the conscious universe wants you to experience enlightenment, not to be in the dark repeating the same old patterns. Often change agents are sent your way to encourage you to make the shift you promised yourself you would make. Open up to the idea that allies can come in forms you might not have expected. And I think you're teaching all of us by your example, by your heart led, light filled example of how you greet each day with new adventures. Even though you're home and cancer makes it so that you have to stay home and keep and protect your health, you still manage to find adventure and fun and share it with all of us. And I just love you for that. Thank you so much, Kelly.
And
You
really, I
are
think that the the
tremendous.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, but this
No, go
aura
ahead.
light here, that
Yeah,
this really just is you.
yeah, I
That there
agree.
in combination with that, this is the amplifier of all that her card was.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what beautifully said. Thank you. That was the sweetest thing. That was beautiful. We just love you to pieces.
yeah, we sure do. Well, hun, you know what? We've already been here an hour. That
What?
that just that flew by. That
It
absolutely
did.
flew by. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for letting us read for you. We send you hugs, honey. We send you hugs. Thank you, Kelly Healer. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody
you.
who joined us
Thanks,
today.
everybody.
And thank you, Jules, for coming on. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. It really
Yeah.
means the world to me. Oh, hi, Liz. Paul.
Hi. Well, hopefully we can get together next month and do this again.
That would be great. In the meantime, you all take good care of
Yeah.
yourselves and look for the love and the light.
Yes, absolutely. And please do all the YouTubey things on both of our channels. Greatly appreciate it. Bye for now.
Yay. Thank you. Bye.